Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's my first video today for the daily trading recap videos. On this YouTube channel, I'm just going to be strictly posting trading recaps, mainly for myself and then also for the audience. If you guys want to see how my journey is from now until I become a profitable trader, until I become a mentor and people start coming to me learning how to do this shit. But I decided I'm gonna start, posting now while I'm at the beginning, while I'm still learning in the learning phase, and be trying to become profitable. Just to document it and have it out there for people to see, to show that everyone goes through this shit. Like the next six months to a year from now, I might be this huge profitable trader making a shit ton of money, but I'm in the same position as most people or a lot of people are. And anyone can make it. It's just hard work, discipline, and dedication, honestly. But anyway, let's get to the trading recap because that's what people are here for. All right, so I have two 50K evals on Top Step. I have this one right here that you're seeing. It's 2 days old. This mic is like in my fucking way. Hey, Nate, you can come in. W, brother. But so on this one, 2 days old. Or 2 trades, actually. Well, all right, 3 trades, but pretend this 137 long is not even there because that was a stupid scalp I took, and I'm not proud of it. I don't care how much I made on it. I'm not proud of it. So, ended up 979 for the day on this account and for the second account. Now, I know this P&L looks really messy and ugly and terrible, and trust me, I know. Like, 15 trades is insane, and this is a bad loss, and everything else, it looks inconsistent. My psychology was fucked, and I was making bad decisions here. But now I've recognized my problem, and this is what these videos are for me to, every day post and reflect and learn from my mistakes. Because because a loss and at the end of the day is a win. Because if you're learning from your losses, you're actually winning. And if you're not learning from your losses, you're really not. Then those losses are they're pointless. Like, what is the point of losing if you're not going to learn from those losses, right? That's the P&L for today, and then let me get on TradingView and show you guys my executions. So pre-market, we ended up coming out to this hourly order block and then filling out this 4-hour and daily candle or daily imbalance here. So I was expecting, honestly, it was a bearish bias, right? We were bearish. The market was bearish, but I was looking for longs, and I wasn't gonna be a slave to the bias. Because I knew that I could catch some reversals, especially Fridays, because Fridays likes to trade and back into the range. So ended up under Monday open. Then we can expect Friday to trade back into the range, trade back into the opening price, and vice versa. So if price was above the weekly open, I could expect for Friday to trade down into that open price. But pre-market ended up trading lower. So I was looking for longs back into the range. And I know that Fridays are small trading ranges, so I couldn't overestimate my TPs and stop losses. I was going to have to keep my RR tight, and I was going to have to execute perfectly. So coming into this session, right, looking at today for market open, right, we saw that price expanded up to the upside during the AM session and creating this huge gap. So that was important to me. So I'll show you guys what I did off of this, right? I ended up marking this out pretty early here, and I don't usually like trading really early into market open. I don't at all, but this is a exception because it was pretty clean. The setup was there. So let me show you guys on the 1 minute how it all looked out for me. Boom, right there. So this is where I entered here. So I marked out this candle here, or this bullish fair value gap, right? Boom. And I saw price tapped below equilibrium. So when I saw this chop happening here, I didn't enter longs off of this tap into equilibrium. I wanted to see price come lower, and that's what happened. That patience is so fucking key. Because I knew like a month ago I would have entered early, and I probably would have been in drawdown for a bit and I just saved myself a lot less stress, waiting until that true fill. So entered about here, set my stop loss at this body right here, and then my TP was right at this fair value gap right here. Okay, and mind you, the reason why I didn't target let's say this order block right here, because if you guys know, this is a point of interest right here, and price obviously may want to come up here and continue and tap this level before continuing order flow. The reason I didn't take this is because I had ES pulled up the whole time, and ES actually ended up sweeping this before. While this was happening, ES already had swept this high pretty hard, creating a bearish SMT, right? And that told me that, okay, well, I don't think NQ is going to hit this level, but I know NQ is going to, since we're respecting this beat right here, I think that will come into maybe rebalance this gap. So that's why I targeted this gap and didn't target this order block. So if we let this play out, comes back. Took a little bit of patience, but it ended up playing out great. And like this scared me a bit when it came down here, but the fact that we held this fair value gap inside here in this internal right here was good. And we ended up hitting TP 2 minis. It was like, and that was on the first account, making 1,190, something like that. Boom, right here. So once we end up coming down to sell side, I saw that I was waiting for a reversal back to the upside. I was like, all right, well, I want to see if I can catch maybe a reversal to take out this resistance up here, or maybe a bigger tracement to catch shorts to downside. I wasn't really a slave to my bias today. I was optimistic and waiting for the perfect setup. This is on the second eval I'm doing this, by the way, on. So what happens here is we start to come up, and I'm gonna pull up ES at the same time here so you guys can see what I was looking at. We broke structure to the upside, made a 5-minute inversion, or 2-minute, let's see, 3-minute, 5-minute, no, it was a 2-minute inversion. Right on the 2-minute, we ended up inversing, but it wasn't the strongest inverse on ES. Like if this candle, or NQ, sorry, I wanted this candle or these two candles to make that break of structure and inversion, but it ended up being this candle. But I was watching ES very closely, and I had it marked out here, right? This bearish fair value gap, it took a while, but it actually didn't end up getting filled. Let me get on the 5-minute for this real quick. So I had that 5-minute pulled up, and I was waiting to see if it would get filled, but it wasn't. Boom. So right there, that was confirmation. Right here, when this candle closed below this gap, I knew for a fact, okay, we are not, this is not a true reversal. This is probably just a rebalance. So what I decided to do, I was like, fuck it, let me capitalize on this. So price came, this candle came next. It ended up, this candle opened up here, right? And this was the high of the candle, and I entered right off of that. I already have the P&L there. But once we inverse this 2-minute gap right here, I knew for sure that shorts was going to be good here. So ended up taking this retrace right here, setting my stop loss at this swing right here, and then TP at the bottom of this bullish fair value gap, because I knew it was going to come fill. So if we let that play out, boom, ends up taking it, and we hit TP on that. And that was that was it for the day. After I hit that, locked my shit out, and I was done. I was like, shit, that is all I needed today. Fuck, dude, I keep pressing shit about getting. But yeah, once I hit that, that was like a $1,400 trade, and I was done for the day, bro. I was like, yep, this is all I needed. Those two setups, great for me. Am I pissed that I didn't catch this big setup here on this FMT? Yes, but at least I ended off green, and I recognized my mistakes. But yeah, that's about it for today. We're up for the day on both accounts. I'm really happy about that. Let me get back to this. Hold on, bro, I keep moving shit. One of the accounts is about only $400 away from being passed into a funded account, and the other one's almost halfway. So hopefully next week, I can catch some really good setups and potentially pass both accounts. One would be good too. But yeah, that's it for today, y'all. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Fucking yeah, bro. Peace out.